You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
One thing I've learned as I've gotten older is that I'd rather have 5 shirts I actually love than 20 that just sit in the closet. So when it's time to replace the basics, I want stuff that's going to last, fit well, and not make me feel like I paid designer prices. That's exactly why Quince caught my attention. They've got everyday staples you actually wear. Organic cotton tees, premium denim, tailored chinos, even Mongolian cashmere sweaters that look great whether you're heading to work or grabbing dinner afterward. The first thing I picked up was one of their black hoodies, and honestly, that sold me on the brand. It's incredibly soft, it feels way more expensive than what I paid for it, and it's become one of those pieces I throw on all the time. I can wear it casually on the weekend, but it also looks polished enough to work in those business casual situations where you want to look put together without feeling overdressed. That hoodie is what convinced me to try their t-shirts next. Don't get me wrong, I own plenty of those packaged t-shirts that get the job done when you're in a pinch, but I wanted something that looked a little more refined, felt better, and held its shape. The craftsmanship on Quince's tees really won me over. They have that premium feel without the premium price tag, and they become some of the first shirts I reach for. What also stands out is how they're able to keep the prices down. Quince works directly with ethical factories, skips the traditional retail markup, and that means you're getting premium quality at prices that are 50 to 80% lower than similar brands. And it's not just clothes. They've got everything from hotel quality bedding and bath essentials to cookware and travel gear too. Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/triviality. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/triviality. One thing I've learned as I've gotten older is that I'd rather have 5 shirts I actually love than 20 that just sit in the closet. So when it's time to replace the basics, I want stuff that's going to last, fit well, and not make me feel like I paid designer prices. That's exactly why Quince caught my attention. They've got everyday staples you actually wear. Organic cotton tees, premium denim, tailored chinos, even Mongolian cashmere sweaters that look great whether you're heading to work or grabbing dinner afterward. The first thing I picked up was one of their black hoodies, and honestly, that sold me on the brand. It's incredibly soft, it feels way more expensive than what I paid for it, and it's become one of those pieces I throw on all the time. I can wear it casually on the weekend, but it also looks polished enough to work in those business casual situations where you want to look put together without feeling overdressed. That hoodie is what convinced me to try their t-shirts next. Don't get me wrong, I own plenty of those packaged t-shirts that get the job done when you're in a pinch, but I wanted something that looked a little more refined, felt better, and held its shape. The craftsmanship on Quince's tees really won me over. They have that premium feel without the premium price tag, and they become some of the first shirts I reach for. What also stands out is how they're able to keep the prices down. Quince works directly with ethical factories, skips the traditional retail markup, and that means you're getting premium quality at prices that are 50 to 80% lower than similar brands. And it's not just clothes. They've got everything from hotel quality bedding and bath essentials to cookware and travel gear too. Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/triviality. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/triviality.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. I'm Neal. And Jeff.
I'm Jeff.
You're Jeff. And my
and a pen cap just went flying.
A pen cap went flying, but we're okay. We're professional. So Jeff, we had an interesting week this past week. You and I got a chance to tour a submarine.
We did.
And you seem to know a lot about it.
Yeah. And why was that?
I don't know. It's because I think you love submarines.
But it was just the thing.
It was very cool because what we did is we walked to the bowels of the submarine and we said, what if podcasts had existed when people were in the submarine? What would they be talking about? And then you'd hear a lot of like sonar sounds.
Just like banging, and
then people swearing, like, give me a cigarette, and there's bogeys in the water.
Are the sonar sounds just is that a movie thing?
It probably is a movie thing.
Yeah.
I wish it was always in the background though if you're in a submarine, because you want to hear like boop, boop, or what, I can't do the noises, but We know what it is. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. And Ken and Matt are not here, unfortunately. Matt, the past few weeks, if we said he's been inspecting underwear, and
He's inspector number 47, in fact.
number 47.
He was outed.
And then what was he doing last week?
Last week, he was trying to resurrect American Gladiators.
That's right, because he wanted to be a victim of the tennis balls to the head. This week, however, Matt is at a bee farm trying to make his own brand of chapstick to go against Bert's bees. Because who wants to go against Bert?
Did you say beads?
Beads made of beeswax.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's doing. And so good luck to him. It's probably not going to work, but Matt doesn't listen to the show, so he's not going to hear this anyway. So it's fine. And then Ken isn't here, unfortunately. Ken is learning how to ride a tricycle.
Yeah. You know what I find? Learning how to ride a tricycle is just like learning how to ride a bike.
It is just one less wheel, or one more wheel.
You never forget how to fall off.
That's right. And then you always got to be on carpet, right? Like at the Overlook Hotel.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, we have some special guests here because this is going to make the show even better. So sorry to Ken and Matt for not being here. But we first want to introduce our guest hosts, always a wonderful host, Oakland 5 supporter on Patreon. On the show, but I don't even know how many times. You probably have a jacket at this point. But Corey Uhalde, how are you, Corey?
I'm doing great. This would be the proverbial jacket earning the 5-timer. So
I thought so. I thought it was 5 times. So what have you been up to? And I know we always talk about the Lip Dub video. You said it's releasing tomorrow. It'll be out for a long time by the time this comes out. But what have you been up to at school and elsewhere in your life?
Just really excited to hear that Ken is joining me in the world of tricycle riding. I always like to ask if the big difference between a well-dressed man on a bicycle and a tricycle, what is the difference? It is, of course, a tire. And then, we'll be producing that Lip Dub video that goes out as a celebration at the end of the year. We're down to our final 2 weeks here of the school year. So graduation's always a energetic, fun time. Also mentioned to you guys before recording started that I'm super excited to be kidless for the afternoon, which happens all too infrequently. But my wife and I are going to head to Bottle Rock, which, if anybody knows, is a Northern California music festival in the Napa Valley. So after a full afternoon of recording Triviality, we're going to listen to Kool and the Gang and Ludacris and, of course, the Backstreet Boys. Brian and Michael Voltaggio are cooking up some food for us. So it should be a great afternoon.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good time. I mean, I've always wanted to see Ludacris live. I think that'd be really fun. So you have to let us know how that goes. And Backstreet Boys should be fun too. Not as good as NSYNC, but
well, of course not.
Yeah. But speaking of that, the reason they're not as good as NSYNC is because Backstreet Boys aren't on our T-shirts, but our T-shirt is based on an NSYNC album.
That's true.
Self-titled debut album.
Neil may or may not have designed that.
That's true. I had a choice, and I made the right choice, I think. But speaking of that choice,
there's always a choice.
That's right. Our T-shirt is the lucky charm of our next guests. So we're so excited to welcome Craig and Lauren, Oakland 5 supporters, both of you, on Patreon. Thank you for being here. I'll start with you, Craig. You are wearing our T-shirt, which we love. And I forget what number this is for you on the podcast, but it's getting close to 5, I think.
It is. This is number 4 for me.
That's right. That's right. So tell us what's new in both of your worlds. We're so happy to have you here, and we're excited to play with you today.
Awesome. We are so glad and excited to play here as well. My name's Craig. We live in Beaverton, Oregon. And just some recent exciting things, just gearing up to kick off the summer correctly. We've got a great camping trip coming up. First time going to be camping in yurts. I feel fancy already.
Ooh, I love that. And Lauren, the listeners can't see this, but you're wearing great headphones. And what did you call them again? What was the name of it?
Katunicorn headphones.
Katunicorn headphones, that's right. And you told us before we started recording that you've been listening to the show, and I'm sure you've been beating us at home, but we're so excited to have you on. Anything you'd like to say or about yourself or before we get started?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Now, what's your team name, Lauren? What team are you going with today?
Team Talk Nerdy to Me.
All right. Talk Nerdy to Me, a little play on Poison. And Jeff, you said we got to go for something in the 80s as well to kind of match Craig and Lauren. So what are we going with?
Well, while we were at lunch today, we heard Hot for Teacher.
That's right.
So, of course, Corey is an educator. Mm-hmm. So I think we just got to go Hot for Teacher.
All right. We're just going to go hot. So we're not going Hot for Reacher.
Oh, I mean, I know you love Jack Reacher.
I do.
And I've definitely checked out his fitness routines.
His abs, yeah.
In like men's fitness. So
yeah, he's huge. We'll go for Hot for Teacher though, because Corey is bigger than Alan Richin, at least from what we can see here.
Can we be
on the
very
internet.
clear about the separation between Reacher and Teacher in the team name here? One
we'll
or the
be,
other.
we'll be Teacher. We'll be Teacher. Yeah, because we're hot for Corey, not for Alan Richardson.
Exactly.
Right now. All right. Well, we need the rules, and Corey, you are the host. Any particular rules read you'd like?
Yeah, let's hear Harry Carey. Is that one that exists?
Does it exist? It might.
I don't
it
know.
does-
I just kind of made it up, but
I like it though. It should exist.
If it does, we'll play it.
If it does, we'll play it. If not, we'll see what happens.
sounds good.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop.
Well, regardless, I think that was a good Harry Carey impression.
Yeah.
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. I love that sketch. All right, Corey, we'll let you take it away. You're hosting, and we're excited to play.
This game will be played in 3 rounds. Okay, great, folks. Here we go. We're going to play round 1. If you are familiar or unfamiliar, just a quick reminder that when I write my games, each of these general knowledge questions will be accompanied by a category, and that category might sound like nonsense, but in actuality may be an inroad to the answer from another direction. So take note and use all available hints to help you get where you need to go. So without further ado, round 1, question 1. This category is Strange Brew. Between 1989 and 2002, this man appeared in more than 800 television commercials for the company he owned, a record amongst founders. One might say that he has not gone quietly into that good night, at least until his passing in 2002.
All right, we are frantically trying to scribble down and get some brainstorming ideas out there. We're not running up against a whole lot. Do you like that answer?
It's the only one I can come up with.
Okay, so we will go ahead and lock in with Richard Thomas.
Richard Thomas. Is that... Oh, I don't even know who that... now you're making me think-
Dave.
Oh,
Or is it Dave Thomas?
well, Dave Thomas is Wendy's,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well,
I don't know who Richard Thomas is.
I don't either, but we'll have to see what Craig says.
But I mean, I know he was, I don't know if you'd call them commercials. They were definitely infomercials, but Ron Popeil was in like all of his like Ronco products commercials for like the Pocket Fisherman and the
Set it and
Set It and Forget It, like rotisserie oven. And
Yeah, that's what we had.
All right, well, we need to go to the referees right away because the answer is Dave Thomas, who is the founder of Wendy's. So we have maybe too much information on the Thomas answer. I don't know what the what precedent says here.
Were you thinking Wendy's, Craig?
Lauren is the one who came up with the idea. Were you thinking Dave Thomas? Or
I don't know what I was thinking. I was focusing on the last name because I knew who the author of the poem was.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Lauren knew the author of the poem. Give him points. They
We'll
get
give him points.
I like starting out with some points. So yes, Dylan Thomas is the poem, and Strange Brew is a reference to the film
Dave
The
Thomas.
Adventures of Bob and Doug McKenzie with Rick Moranis, and that is
Dave
a different Dave Thomas that is also
Oh, I was thinking.
that actor.
I was thinking of the actors, but I didn't put. Yeah,
you know
that
who
was-
else is in that movie? Max von Sydow.
That's right.
All right. Question number 2 in the category of land of smokestacks. In what country would you find the lowest point on land on planet Earth? While the case can actually be made for 2 separate countries, I'm looking for one of them specifically. And it's the one whose capital city shares its name with a 2-time Wimbledon champion and also a Czech model who in 2005 founded the Happy Hearts Fund, a nonprofit organization who rebuilds schools impacted by natural disasters.
So yeah, thinking about like lowest like points of elevation around the world, one immediately jumped to mind with like the Dead Sea in the Middle East, and I believe that is in the country of Jordan, and so that's what we locked in with.
All right. They want Jordan. Jeff, you seem to know this one. I was just kind of figuring out the Czech fashion model, but what do you got?
Yeah, I know the Czech fashion model, Neil. It's Petra Nemkova.
Oh, I was thinking of Carolina Kirkova, but yes, Petra Nemkova. Okay.
Yeah, and Petra, of course, is the capital of Jordan.
Oh, okay.
So we have both teams in with Jordan. It is a reference to Petra Nemkova, and the two-time Wimbledon champion is Petra Kvitova as well. So this is the banks of the Dead Sea, shared by Israel and Jordan, but I wanted to steer us towards one or the other, not to be too vague there. So Jordan is correct. Points to both teams.
Nice.
All right, then. Question number 3. The category is not in mint condition. I'm going to give you a movie quote, and I'd like you to simply identify the character that gives that movie quote. So it is, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I'm looking for the character that gives that movie quote.
We'll lock in over here.
Oh, this sounds so familiar. Doesn't this sound familiar? Like a few names came to mind because, like, for whatever reason, I feel like I'm being steered towards like, yes, I love that answer because, like, I was being steered towards the MCU, but Lauren correctly steered me in the correct direction of going before. Of, like, you know, the hints specifically in the category of in mint condition leading us towards green. And so so we're going to go with Norman Osborn or the Green Goblin.
All right. So they went MCU. We're going to go the opposite. We're going to say that this line is actually said by Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart in The Dark Knight.
And this is, in fact, a line from the 2008 film The Dark Knight, and it is spoken by the character that would ultimately become Two-Face, but at the time he was Harvey Dent, and that is correct.
Is the mint condition a reference to the fact that he always has a coin?
Probably flipping the coin, right, Corey?
It's a little bit double. It's the mint because of the money, and it's also that a dent means something is not in mint condition. So,
I like it.
See, Corey's always thinking.
You know what else is not in mint condition? Half of Aaron Eckhart's face.
That's true. Well, you know who the new Harvey Dent is?
No.
Sebastian Stan.
Ooh, I like that choice.
Yep. They're starting to film pretty soon here, or they are already filming.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
He's coming back?
Yep.
I like the Pattinson.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in the snow this time. I think it's going to be a winter Batman.
The Pattinson, if you will.
Mm-hmm. The Pattinson, that's right. Yeah.
Batman. Question number 4. In the category of the award fits him well, snugly even. 4 players have been named to the NBA All-Defensive First Team a record 9 times. Michael Jordan, Kevin Garnett, and Kobe Bryant each hold that distinction, which they share with what Hall of Famer, who is the Seattle Supersonics all-time franchise leader in steals and assists, and who is the only point guard to be named League's Defensive Player of the Year in the first 39 years of its existence until Marcus Smart became second in 2022.
I used to have this jersey. We're going to lock in.
This is a you question.
And I'm not the best at sports either. Like, I could identify a few Portland Trailblazers from the time, but like Seattle Supersonics is kind of not the strongest spot for me. For lack of a better answer, I'll go with somebody who I know is guaranteed a point guard, and we are going to lock in with Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh. Well, yeah, we know this is the Supersonics, the glove, I believe his nickname was. I had his jersey, Gary Payton.
And the correct answer, I'm a Warriors fan, and his son is a member of the Warriors, Gary Payton Jr. So Gary Payton, the glove, is the correct answer.
Oh, I didn't know his son was in the league.
Yeah, he's a very, very bad shooter, but an incredible athlete and a great defensive player. Takes after his dad.
Oh, wow. Nice.
All right. Question number 5. The category is star etymologically. I'm looking for the first name that is shared by the mother of Fraser and Niles Crane, the main character in Anne Perry's Monk detective series, and the heroine of Nathaniel Hawthorne's Scarlet Letter. Same first name, all 3 clues.
Ooh, thankfully you gave that last one.
Yeah, if you're absolutely sure, let's lock that in then.
I mean, this is the answer to one of them, and I'm confident.
Then we will lock in with that.
Okay.
All right, so Lauren was like lifting iron over there with 20-pound weights, taunting us a little bit here. I trying to remember Frasier's mom when Corey said it because I love Frasier, and I was like, wasn't coming to me. I didn't see Monk. I know Monk. Like I know all the cast who's in it and all that kind of stuff. But
you're like, I'm best friends with Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, Tony Shalhoub. But I when the Scarlet Letter came up, I both got the name of the character. From Easy A because they talk about Scarlet Letter. It's based on that. Mm-hmm. And I believe the lead character of the Scarlet Letter is Hester Prynne.
Yeah.
So we're going to say Hester.
All right.
And we also said Hester.
And it's a team win. Hester is correct.
Woohoo! Good job.
Yeah, nice pull. Thankfully, that last clue was in there. I would have been dead in the water without it.
I sort of suspected as I was writing that we were going to be grasping until the lifeline goes out.
Yeah, it's just one of those names that it just sticks in the back of your head. So we have 40 points after the first 5, and Talk Nerd to Me has 30 points, so very close.
Excellent. So as we move on to the second half of round 1, I know that this show has a long history of listener provided questions. So I kind of have one here in the form of my daughter, who is now 6 years old, and she is trivia adjacent. She knows I'm involved in it. She doesn't quite get it, but she very much wanted to write a question. So we took her question and we massaged it. So
love it.
This is question number 6, and the category is Aside the Thames. And the question, after being blown in on the east wind to number 17 Cherry Tree Lane, what is the last name of the family for whose children Mary Poppins cares for?
And what's your daughter's name?
My daughter's name is Allison.
Oh, thank you, Allie, for the question. Oh my God, I know this one too. Like I normally know it.
We will lock in.
All right, you're locking in. All right, so Jeff, let's fly a kite here, Jeff.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins visits the.
Take a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah. Is it B? I got to go through the alphabet. It's not the Buchanans. Is it the Bakers? The Buchanans? The
Buchanans were in Gatsby.
Yes, right.
That could be in 2 things, I guess. But
I'm trying to.
I never saw this movie as a child.
You've never seen Mary Poppins?
No.
Practically perfect in every way?
No.
Oh man. Oh, I can't remember the name right now. I'm having such a bad brain fart. Is it Buchanan? Is it a B? It feels like it's a B to me. Baker, Buchanan, oh no. D. I'm just going through the alphabet here. It's not I don't want to hold on to it too long. It feels to me like it's B, but can you think of any other B names?
I'm fine if you want to go Buchanan.
It's not Buchanan though. I just know it's not that. It's
or Baker.
It's not Baker. Yeah, it might not even be a B to be honest. I'm just trying to think of the dad's name because he's a banker. I think that's why I'm confusing with the B. All right, I feel so bad. I'm gonna have to tap because I know it. It's just it's not coming to me because again, Lauren's lifting weights and it's really stressing me out. We're gonna tap out.
Yeah, her back is going to hurt so much after this from carrying me through this. She had this, was just like pouring through the clues, and shortly afterwards came up with the name Banks, and that's what we locked in with.
Yeah.
And Neal, I think as you're sitting there saying he's a banker, what does it make sense? There's a few other inroads too. There was a 2013 film with Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson called Saving Mr. Banks about the development of the film. I resisted the temptation to write in an additional clue that this person may have scored the winning goal in the Minnesota Pee Wee State Hockey Championship as well. But yes, Banks is the last name, and they're correct, and my daughter will be thrilled.
Yeah, Allie stumped us. Great question.
All right, then. Question, and of course the category there, aside the Thames. If something is on the sides of the Thames, those are the banks of the river. So
see, the clues, we got to listen to the clues. Jeff?
I refuse.
You just want to raw dog the question, no clue.
It's maybe more fun that way without him. All right, question number 7, and the category is Harry of the Three Lions. We're kind of Anglophiling this part of the round here. What professional wrestler is the all-time WWE record holder for participating in the most matches? This man, who formed one half of the Brothers of Destruction tag team, has moved into politics in his retirement, serving as mayor of Knox County, Tennessee since 2018.
Thankfully, we got
You want
that clue.
the actual name, right? Not the
the wrestler name.
His ring name is what I'm going for here.
Okay. I was actually just about to ask that as well.
We'll lock in. We'll let them talk.
Oh yeah, it's as soon as wrestling was tuned in, Lauren tuned out. This is definitely a me question. And luckily, I know the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. I'm not quite sure what his real name is. It always slips my mind, but I know he goes by wrestler name Kane.
Yeah, we went to the depths of hell, and Kane came back.
That's a K?
Yes, that's a K.
One of the few 7-foot-tall mayors in the country, Glenn Thomas Jacobs, or better known as Kane. That is correct.
What a great
7
fact
feet
too.
tall. That's wild.
I know, and he always has his sleeves rolled up and probably
And
showing
you
the
can't
forearms.
teach that.
That's right.
All right. Question number 8. The category is Draw Me. What song, written by Edith Piaf in 1945, became popularized in the United States in the 1950s when 7 different versions reached the Billboard charts, including recordings by Bing Crosby, Dean Martin, and Louis Armstrong? The title of this song was also used to name a 2007 biopic about Piaf, with Marion Cotillard in the lead role.
Love me some Marion Cotillard.
Yep, and this is one of my favorite songs, especially the Louis Armstrong version. So we're gonna lock in
I didn't know who Edith Piaf was until I saw
this movie.
No, until I saw Saving Private Ryan.
Oh yeah, right.
That's what we got? Okay.
That's what I've got.
Okay, so after some deliberations, we are going to lock in with La Vie en Rose.
Nice. I thought you were gonna say Life in Pink, which I think would have been great too. But yeah, we said La Vie en Rose.
I was frantically over here scrambling. Am I going to accept the English translation? And I definitely would have. Life in Pink would have worked, but I am looking for La Vie en Rose, which is the name of that song and that biopic.
Yeah, it's such a great song. Yeah, really pretty.
All right. Question number 9. In the category of it provides social buoyancy. I'm looking for the name of without giving too much an advantage here, the Chicago social settlement co-founded in 1889 by Jane Addams and Ellen Gates Starr that served recently arrived immigrants, offering English classes, civic advocacy, and childcare. The institution became a model for more than 500 progressive social establishments across the northeastern United States by the early 20th century.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Okay. We're kind of bouncing around the question right now, trying to get a clue into try and figure out where this sounds familiar, but we're just not quite coming to anything.
I don't have anything.
Yeah. We will go ahead and lock in with Derek Zoolander's School for Gifted Children who want to learn how to read good and also want to learn other things too.
Okay, I like that. I'm sorry. I had
It's
it
not
in
a
my head.
Montessori school.
No. It's alliterative too. It's something house. It's H house, and I can't remember it. So we're gonna tap.
Whole House?
It is Whole House. Can we? Is that the buzzer?
That was after the buzzer of the tap? I don't know.
God.
We have to go to the ABS automatic balls and strikes system
right.
here.
we don't have to take points, but yeah, it was Whole House. I couldn't think of it, but it was Whole House. Once you said it,
yeah,
we won't take points though.
It's your call, Corey.
We got the answer, and I think that's good. I think it's good.
I agree.
Okay, I was gonna say because we could both take no points, and then it's even, but we'll take.
I was going to do some line about how can they do civic advocacy if they can't fit inside the building to go along with partial points there for Zoolander. But Whole House is the correct answer. This is me getting back to my roots as a history teacher before I got into activities. So had to drop a little nerd question in there.
No, that was great because we learn about it all the time as kids here, and it's one of those things. Like I said, I was having a brain fart, and I just needed to hear it, and you got it, Jeff. Yeah.
And just trying to throw a little bone with the social buoyancy. Of course, that's civic advocacy, but the hull is the part of the boat boat that allows it to float, essentially. So if you had that as an option, you might have gotten there. It's a leap, I get. And finally, the last question in round number 1 in the category of simple joys. In 2013, American actress Patina Miller was awarded the Tony Award for her performance in a remake of what 1972 musical, for which Ben Vereen also earned a Tony for Best Actor. This marked the first occurrence for which the Best Actor and Best Actress Tonys had been given for the same role.
You have anything better?
No.
Okay. Well, we are going to lock in with assuredly a wrong answer.
Okay, so we have the clue here. Simple joys. Now, Ben Vereen, very famous theater actor, very talented. Colleen went to see at her college, they used to have a different famous like Tony actor come and they do like a concert or whatever, and she saw him. And her friend Erica is a huge fan of Ben Vereen. I'm just trying to think. I believe he played the Tin Man in The Wiz. I don't know if that was on Broadway, though. It might have just been the movie. But that would be an interesting thing to have. Yeah, it was because Michael Jackson was the line. So Tin Man, but Simple Joys doesn't fit that. I'm trying to think of what else. I know he won a Tony for... Oh, man. So what are some Simple Joys code words you got here?
Well,
I should know that. This is another one I know too. I'm sorry, I'm like having just a bad day.
It's a joy to be simple. It's a joy to be free, Neal. Right?
Free to be you and me.
I don't know.
That might be it actually, because Colleen was in Free to Be You and Me, which is like a crazy 70s-ish musical. And I don't know if they had a revival, but I don't care because I met Colleen when she was in Free to Be You and Me, and that's part of our love story. So we're just gonna go with it. Who cares? We're doing it live.
And for us over here. Our play knowledge is a little bit limited. I've been getting better at it as I've been listening to more episodes of Triviality and getting knowledge elsewhere. The name of this play had kind of floated around for me, and so I was just kind of putting it in because it seemed possible. So we went with Victor Victoria.
Ooh, nice.
Neal, Jeff, do you guys give an answer already or not yet?
Yeah, Free to Be You and Me.
Free to Be You and Me. So if alternative category names might have been Magic to Do or Corner of the Sky or
Pippin.
No Time at All, Ben Vereen earned the Tony for the musical Pippin.
I should have known that. That's my bad, Jeff, because one of Colleen's favorite musicals is Pippin, and that's what she wanted to go see him sing. And full disclosure here, I'm on my limitless pill, so my reaction time is like.
But it seems to give you very many limits.
Well, yeah, but I'm like my reaction time is like 30 seconds, so I'm very what's the word I'm looking for? Delayed.
Yes.
So I couldn't even think of it. Yeah, but anyway, good question.
Well, I'm also not interested in giving out any points, but you guys know I don't write games without putting some thought into them. And so I would like to do this collectively. Maybe the two teams can work together and see if you can pick up on what I'm trying to lay down here with my answers from round number 1.
All right. So let's see. So together we have Thomas, right? Dave Thomas.
And
we have
Jordan.
Kane.
Jordan.
Yeah, Thomas, Jordan, Kane was in there. Pippin.
We have Dent.
Baker.
Harvey.
Baker.
Are these the doctors from Doctor Who? No.
No, because we had Kane, you said, right?
Yeah, Kane was an answer. Or Glenn or Jacobs or
Hester. Oh, are these all Bears? Richard Dent, Devin Hester.
Chicago Bears?
Let me think. Le'Veon Rose, Derek Rose.
Oh, Chicago sports figures?
Sports figures. Yeah, Hull.
Oh, yeah, because
Bobby Hull.
Scottie
Bobby
Pippen.
Pippen, yeah.
Yeah, I did everything I could with a list of the 15 greatest Chicago athletes of all time here in this round. So I know we are half Chicago-based and half not. So I'm awarding no points. I do have mercy on everyone's soul. But I have been on the game before to talk about how a true passion of mine is sports. If I could write an all sports game, I would, but I would not do that to the general audiences. But I'm going to get close. So I've written a Chicago sports game. This entire game is going to be about Chicago sports without in any way actually being about Chicago sports. Okay. So we're starting out with all of these references to Chicago athletes, and that will set the tone for where we go next.
I love that. So after that first round, it looks like we only picked up an extra 30, so we're at 70. And Talk Nerdy to Me picked up 30 as well, and they're at 60. So very, very close game still. Before we go to the swing round, everyone in the studio here are Patreon supporters, which we greatly appreciate. If you'd like to join them, you can go to patreon.com/Triviality Podcast. There you won't hear ads like this. You'll get bonus episodes every week, including a crop chop at the end of the month. And then, Jeff, why don't you just talk about, just very quickly, just about how much our patrons mean to us?
I mean, without Patreon, the show would not be possible. The Patreon covers all the expenses that we have for the show, and it truly is the lifeblood of the entire thing. So if you're interested in supporting us financially directly, you can do so at patreon.com/Triviality Podcast.
All right, so if you've been with us through the first segment of today's show, whatever time you're listening, I don't know, middle of the night show, you know that we are living in the world of Chicago sports. But again, you don't need to know much about Chicago sports in order to play along. So we hope you stick with us. The swing round today is called Bear, Bull, or Fire, references to 3 of the professional sports teams in Chicago. But I'm going to break the rules here. I'm going to go with 12. I'm going to give you 12 clues, and each one of them contains the word bear or bull or fire. So if your answer to these clues does not have one of those 3, you've gone outside the word bank. So I'm going to give you 12 clues. Each has the word bear, bull, or fire, and good luck to you. All right. Number 1, a company founded in 1900 in Akron, Ohio, that was the original equipment supplier for the Henry Ford Motor Company. Number 2, identify the film from the following quote. I believe in the small of a woman's back, the hanging curveball, high fiber, good scotch, and that the novels of Susan Sontag are self-indulgent, overrated crap. Number 3, a character who receives an honorary Mooster's degree from Wasamata U due to the nefarious plans of Boris Badenov, also ranked number 32 on TV Guide's list of the 50 greatest television stars of all time. Number 4, a song with the lyrics, you shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Question number 5. The Academy Award winner for Best Picture at the 1982 Oscars. Those are films released in 1981. Number 6. An Academy Award nominee for Best Picture at the 1981 Oscars. Those are films released in 1980. Number 7. A board game created by the Ideal Toy Company in 1971, wherein the object is to score goals by pushing one of 2 pucks into the opposing player's goal. Number 8. A 2009 Suzanne Collins title. Number 9. The sponsor of Felix Baumgartner's record-breaking 2012 stratospheric skydive. Number 10. An Elizabeth Banks directed film dedicated to Ray Liotta following his death in 2022. Number 11. A British television personality, an author of 12 books, including The Boy Who Climbed Everest and The Greatest Story Ever Told, an eyewitness account, which is a retelling of the story of Jesus from 5 different first-person perspectives. And finally, number 12, a weather phenomenon in which luminous plasma is created by a corona discharge from a rod-like object, such as a mast, spire, chimney, or animal horn in the atmospheric electric field? Or a Brat Pack flick?
All right. Well, if you'd like to rewind, you can hear those clues again. But right after the break, we are going to have Corey re-say all of those clues. And if you want to hear them again, you can pause. So feel free to take a look at those clues. We're going to do the same here in the studio, and we will be right back after this.
Hey there, I'm Travis Hoyam, one of the hosts of Motley Fool Hidden Gems Investing. Each weekday on Motley Fool Hidden Gems Investing, we talk through the business news you need to know and the stories moving stocks on Wall Street. On weekends, we game plan personal finance strategies and dive into the industries shaping tomorrow and host the experts, authors, and executives that understand them. Tune in for insights and a long-term perspective on investing and, of course, stock ideas, plenty of them. To quote a listener, it pays to listen. Check us out and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
All the teams have locked in their answers, so we're going to go to Corey. He is going to go one by one. We will give our answers, so if you want to pause, if you still want to think about it, you'll rehear the question, but we're going to give our answers, so spoiler alert. Take it away, Corey.
Yeah, I like to write the longest swing round questions ever so that you have to rewind 5 times as you're listening here. But here we go. So again, each of these answers will include one of the following 3 words: bear, or bull, or fire. Of course, 3 professional sports teams from the Chicago area. Number 1, I'm looking for the company founded in 1900 in Akron, Ohio, that was the original equipment supplier for the Henry Ford Motor Company.
We guessed Firestone.
We also guessed Firestone.
And we're starting off with both teams getting points. Firestone is correct.
Hey.
Number 2, giving a film quote. You simply identify the name of the film. I believe in the small of a woman's back, the hanging curveball, high fiber, good scotch, and that the novels of Susan Sontag are self-indulgent, overrated crap. What a drive-by.
Yeah, we think this is Bull Durham, Kevin Costner.
We agree. We think this is Bull Durham.
I had long, wet, slow kisses, but it was really felt like it was dragging a bit here. So, yes, Bull Durham is correct.
The sting of movie quotes.
Number 3, I need the name of a character who receives an honorary Mooster's degree from Wasamata U due to the nefarious plans of Boris Badenoff. This character is also ranked number 32 on TV Guide's list of the 50 greatest TV stars of all time. To be fair, I think this is a 1999 list. May have been updated in the quarter century since then. But what do we have?
I'm not sure if they continue to be on that list, but yeah.
You don't love Bullwinkle?
We agree. We think this is Bullwinkle the Moose.
Nice.
Yeah, I was interested to see that Wasamata U there. Wikipedia is explaining to me that this is a play on What's the Matter University. But originally Rocky and his friends, and then moved over to NBC and became the Bullwinkle Show. Bullwinkle is correct. Number 4.
Rocky. Cut him out of contract negotiations.
Number 4, a song that I think everyone knows, but I did my best to hide it behind a wall of monotony. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill.
I think if my memory serves me correct, his brain was rattled by an underage bride, but we'll get to that later. We said Great Balls of Fire.
Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire.
I didn't go with the goodness gracious. That's, of course, coming up next. Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis is correct for number 4. Number 5, I need the Academy Award winner for Best Picture at the 1982 Oscars.
Bum, 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 bum. Chariots of Fire.
We did not have a guess here, so we submit nothing.
That is the right one, right? Bum, bum,
Yeah,
bum, 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 bum.
Yep.
Yeah. I was doing
Yes.
that. Bum, bum, bum. It's just, yeah.
It is Chariots of Fire. That is correct. And our back-to-back Oscar questions following with the Academy Award nominee for Best Picture at the 1981 Oscars.
Yeah, we said Raging Bull, and I think it lost to Ordinary People by Robert Redford, but we said Raging Bull.
We did not want to go no answer back to back, so I submitted that we submit the movie Firestarter.
Classic. Drew Barrymore, nice.
80s, so you're in the right decade.
Yeah.
Neal ruined my reveal that it did lose to Ordinary People. This is the Chronicle of Jake LaMotta. Robert De Niro, of course, did win Best Actor for the performance in Raging Bull.
I'm sorry for ruining the flavor text there. When I was in 4th grade, I was at a sleepover, and we were watching Firestarter at like midnight, and we were kids, right? So we were like kind of scared to be up. And cats don't like me. I'm allergic, but they seem to like, they either are very nice to me or they try to attack me because they know I can't have them near me. Anyway, we were sleeping in sleeping bags, and my friend's cat was like was bugging me the whole night, like pawing at me and stuff. And so we put up couch cushions 3 high in the doorway to block the cat. Right in the middle of a big scene in Firestarter, there was a big fire. The cat, in darkness, jumped up on top of the cushions, stared at me, and then leaped and landed right on me and just scratched me like this, like a jaguar or something. It was crazy. I'll never forget it.
You wouldn't know if it was like a jaguar, though, because it didn't bite you.
I mean, it was like literally, it was this big. It was like 8 inches big, but it was going nuts on me, and so I was freaking out. Yeah.
All right, number 7 then is a board game created by the Ideal Toy Company in 1971, wherein the object of the game is to score goals by pushing one of 2 pucks into the opposing player's goal.
I don't think we ended up with a good answer on this, did we?
No.
So I think Ideal made like the first teddy bear, or maybe Smokey the Bear. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, so.
Yeah, we didn't have anything, unfortunately.
The thing that came to mind may have been a 90s toy, but it could have come out in the 1970s because you'll get caught up in the crossfire.
Oh.
Yeah, I did think about, I had both clues written. I had either the game or I had the American TV program that showcased Newt Gingrich and Pat Buchanan, amongst others as well. So it definitely became popularized in the 90s with those commercials. But Crossfire is correct.
I forgot there were like discs you were trying to shoot into each
forgot
other's
that too.
We would take the steel balls and fire them at each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Craig and Lauren, great poll on that one.
Number 8, I need a 2009 Suzanne Collins title.
Yeah, we think this is, I think it's the second book, I think.
Catching Fire.
Yeah, Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Mm-hmm. It is the second book in the series. We also said Catching Fire.
Yeah, you had to identify the name Suzanne Collins, and that really limited where you could go with this. That is correct. Catching Fire. Number 9, the sponsor of Felix Baumgartner's record-breaking 2012 stratospheric skydive.
If it's going to be some crazy feat of humanity or a Flugtag, it's going to be Red Bull.
Mm-hmm. As much as we almost went with Fireball Whiskey, we also answered Red Bull.
Yes, Red Bull sponsored Felix Baumgartner's jump. Number 10, this is a film directed by Elizabeth Banks and was dedicated to Ray Liotta following his death in 2022.
Yeah, filmed in Ireland. Not that anyone cares. Cocaine Bear.
Oh my gosh, we said Cocaine Bear too. I was just guessing.
It was trying to be funny.
It's always good. It's always good when the joke answer ends up being correct. I mean, I don't know if this is good for Ray Liotta's legacy. I mean, if you have Cocaine Bear dedicated to your memory, so I don't know. Cocaine Bear is the correct answer.
That is so good. That is so good.
His last screen credit, I believe, actually.
Yeah.
Number 11 is a British TV personality who has also authored 12 books. Some of them are The Boy Who Climbed Everest and The Greatest Story Ever Told, an eyewitness account, which is a retelling of the story of Jesus from first-person perspectives.
Didn't realize he was as big of a writer as this, but we said Bear Grylls.
Mm-hmm. We agreed. I recognized The Boy Who Climbed Everest and knew this was Bear Grylls.
Now, I thought I might play tough. I took out the word survivalist from the clue, but you guys both got there anyway. Bear Grylls is correct.
Yeah, he's a theologian and drinks his own pee.
Unrelated. But...
Unrelated, yeah.
Imagine if they were.
Something about urine, the afterlife. I don't know. Okay. Number 12. A weather phenomenon in which luminous plasma is created by a corona discharge from a rod-like object, such as a mast, spire, chimney, or animal horn in an atmospheric electric field. Read that 3 times fast. Secondarily, it's also a Brat Pack flick.
Sorry. I just realized, I was like, this isn't a Rat Pack film. And then I was reading it wrong the whole time.
They could have, yeah. I mean, this has got one of the best theme songs of all time. It's so good. Great sax solo. Jeff?
What is it?
St. Elmo's Fire.
No, the song.
I'll just stand in motion.
I'll have to hear it later.
St. Elmo's Fire. Yeah, anyway, it's really good. I don't know the lyrics, but I know the song.
We agree. This is St. Elmo's Fire.
Both teams finishing on a high note. St. Elmo's Fire.
After the swing round, Talk Nerdy to Me picking up 50 points, which is very great. They're going to be going up to 110. And Hot for Teacher picking up 55 points, bringing us to 125. So only 15 points separate each team. Let's go to the second round if you're ready, Corey.
I am. This is round 2. And as we continue to live in the tangential universe to Chicago sports, I have taken some seminal Chicago sports moments or thematic elements and used them to write these clues. Here, there will be categories. Those categories are those Chicago references, but I want to emphasize, unlike in round 1, they really are not supposed to be clues for the actual questions. So don't get hung up trying to figure that out.
Okay.
All right. So round number 2, question number 1, the category is Monsters of the Midway. At the Battle of Midway, oft considered the turning point of the World War II Pacific theater, U.S. naval forces delivered a decisive blow to the Japanese fleet under the command of what admiral, who had orchestrated the attack on Pearl Harbor 6 months prior?
We're going to lock in over here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of the leadership structure of Japan around World War II. Like a name came up, but I'm not quite sure if it's.
Sounds right.
Okay. Like a name came up. I'm not quite sure where it came from. I think it's correct. We are going to go with Hirohito.
Okay. I wrote down Ito. Jeff added Hirohi.
I believe Hirohito was the emperor of Japan.
Yeah, that's where we were getting.
But if you're talking about the naval guy, I believe that was Yamamoto.
Yeah.
And that is generally fully correct. Hirohito was the emperor of Japan, and you could get to the answer of Yamamoto if you were either a huge fan of world history or military history or Michael Bay films. I think either is valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of the Bay.
Yeah. Actually, what's funny about Pearl Harbor is everyone's seen Pearl Harbor, the movie? No.
I think I have.
Long time ago.
Yeah,
But
well, it doesn't really matter.
I don't wear it like a badge of honor, but I have.
I was going to say, it's not like Citizen Kane here with the spoilers, but basically, Kate Beckinsale is in love with, if I remember,
Rafe.
It's either Josh Hartnett or Ben Affleck. I think it's Ben Affleck.
It's both.
It's both.
But yes.
So Ben Affleck goes, she thinks he's dead, then she starts dating Josh Hartnett,
Rafe.
who's his best friend or brother.
Yeah, Rafe.
Yep, and then he comes back, and now it's like I don't want to say a threesome, it's a love triangle.
Could be if they wanted it.
Could be if they want it to be. It's Hollywood, but Colleen's grandma.
I feel like Rafe dies, right? And then doesn't he raise Rafe's kid?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But Colleen's grandma actually is a very similar storyline. She had a husband. He went to war. The husband perished in the war, and then his brother or best friend came back to comfort her. They got married. And they lived for like 40 years together.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, I could have the story completely wrong, and Colleen's going to call me out on it. But
so did Michael Bay.
That's very specific to be wrong.
Yeah, it's
about,
a very
though.
Michael Bay version of Colleen's own story. I'm just butchering it. Yeah.
All right. Question number 2 in our second round in the category of Disco Demolition Night. A 1985 New York Magazine article detailed the relationship between Russian ballet dancer Mikhail Baryshnikov and what famed American dancer who introduced Baryshnikov to the sounds of the post-disco movement just months before the two starred alongside each other in the film White Nights.
We're locked in.
This is not correct. He was an ice skater. As the question is being written down, I don't know what inspired me, but I definitely wrote down Brian Boitano. But that's definitely not the right answer.
What if it was, though?
I mean, what if it was?
Right? You thought Cocaine Bear was wrong, and look what happened.
That's fair. That is fair. But I don't think we're going to get there, unfortunately. So I think we will just lock in with Brian Boitano, because what would he do if he were here right now?
I love that answer. So this is a fun movie. There's a great scene of Mikhail Baryshnikov and this guy doing this dance number together, like in a dance room with mirrors and stuff. Great tap dancer as well. We said Gregory Hines.
And Gregory Hines is correct. Question number 3 in the category of it's not Ryan, it's Ryan. The Rhine River is the second longest river in Europe after the Danube and flows through or along the borders of 6 countries. After Germany at 865 kilometers, which country has the second longest expanse of the Rhine at 375 kilometers? As a hint, this country does not have an official head of state. It instead is governed by a 7-member federal council, where one of the 7 serves as president for a 1-year cycle in a first among equals dynamic.
Okay, so they're locked in. I have absolutely no idea. This is outside of my purview here.
So I'm just thinking of like countries around Germany.
Okay.
And if they have a leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big countries. France, they have a president. So
right.
That's not them.
What about
I don't think it's Poland?
Yeah, it's not Vatican.
I don't know where.
Yeah.
No, Vatican doesn't do it that way. Italy has a president. 375 kilometers. I don't know how far that is because I am American swine.
Yeah, this is a tough one. We might just have to tap on this one. This is a great question. Governed by a 7-member federal council.
Is this like a Switzerland or something?
You could try Switzerland.
Or Austria?
Or, yeah.
I don't know a lot about there.
I don't either. Isn't Austria, isn't it a monarchy?
Well, like a lot of them are like monarchies, but they're like not really monarchies. Like Great Britain is a monarchy, but like...
Yeah, that's true. I guess, we just want to say Switzerland?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we had thrown out a couple of ideas as well. Like I floated Hungary. We don't think Luxembourg is big enough, but we also kind of floated around and settled on Switzerland as well.
Both teams going with a lucky Switzerland, and it is correct. Yeah. Switzerland is the answer.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, it's you too. I don't think Jeff wanted to go with that. I just pushed him into it, but it worked out.
Just curious for the Chicagoites, do you guys know the it's not Ryan, it's Ryan reference?
Ryan Sandberg?
Sandberg famously would say that in interviews regularly when I guess he would say uneducated interviewers would say, hey, Ryan Sandberg, and he just, not Ryan, it's Ryan, spelled R-Y-N-E. But I was laughing when I heard those responses.
Yeah, he was great.
All right. Question number 4. The category is Bo Knows Bo. Actress Bo Derek was widowed from her first husband, John, in 1998, and 4 years later began a relationship with what actor who was at the time in the middle of a 3-year run as Aidan Shaw on HBO's Sex and the City, would co-star later the same year as Ian Miller in the first film of a trilogy, and who 4 years later released a self-titled album that reached number 45 on the Billboard country music charts?
We can lock in.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay. Lauren coming in with a lot of confidence over here that the answer is, I'm not actually quite sure who this person is, but Lauren wrote down John Corbett, and that's what we're going with.
Yeah, so John Corbett is our answer as well. And if you're a fan of, since we're talking about Chicago, My Best Friend's Wedding, the original ending of My Best Friend's wedding, John Corbett was supposed to show up at the wedding and be Julia Roberts' love interest where they dance and kiss and whatnot. But audiences and test screenings booed the screen because they didn't think Julia Roberts deserved happiness after what she did to Cameron Diaz. So they cut John Corbett, and Julia Roberts just danced with her friend Rupert Everett. The more you know. There you go. But we said John Corbett.
I dropped that in the chat too, and I really wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to pronounce Ian Miller, and so you can see the phonetic way that I've written that out to myself, which is I'm sure not how it's written in the casting, but that's of course from My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where John Corbett does play the beau of Papadopoulos in that. So that is correct.
No meat, we'll have lamb.
All right. Question number 5 in the category of three-peat. The term three-peat is actually trademarked by what former NBA head coach whose team failed to finish the task in 1988? During this person's prep playing days, the future Hall of Famer, who would win 9 titles across his tenure as a player, assistant, head coach, and executive, was the star player for the 1966 Kentucky Wildcats, who famously reached the title game against an all-black starting five from Texas Western University?
Our sports strength is coming through great here. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the one name that came to mind who definitely is a super famous basketball player and totally real is the great basketball player and head coach, Shooty McBasketball.
Yeah, he's definitely in the Hall of Fame. I know that.
Yes.
So we initially, obviously in Chicago, we love Phil Jackson, but Phil Jackson won 6 with Chicago, 5 with the Lakers, and I think he won 1 with the Knicks, potentially.
Did he win as a player, too?
He won as a player. Yeah. So that's, what is that, 11 or 12?
Yeah, and then I know he had more rings than fingers, Bill Russell.
That
would have been...
We would have been more than that.
Yeah.
So what we thought was, I know in the 80s, obviously it was Lakers, Celtics craze. I do not know who the coach of the Celtics was, but I know Pat Riley was a very famous head coach who won a lot of titles and was an executive. So we said Pat Riley.
Yeah, so Phil Jackson and the Bulls obviously famously won 2 three-peats in the 90s, and they used this term all the time, and I think didn't realize that it actually had been trademarked about a decade earlier by Pat Riley, who was the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, and he received tens of thousands of dollars in royalties when the Bulls continued winning championships, so indirectly there. But Pat Riley was also, like I said, the star player, the SEC Player of the Year in 1966 for the Kentucky Wildcats team that ended up playing against the all-black Texas Western starting five. That's the basis for the film Glory Road, if anyone has seen that. So.
Oh, right. Josh Lucas, yeah. After 5 in the second round here, looks like Talk Nerdy to Me picking up 20 points, bringing their total to 130. And Hot for Teacher picking up 50 points, bringing their total to 175.
Great. We're going to go to the second half of round number 2. We are, again, staying in the world of seminal Chicago moments without actually referring to them. So this is number 6. The Curse of the Billy Goat was supposedly placed on the Cubs by tavern owner William Cianis, who was asked to remove his pet goat Murphy from the premises. Can you believe it? During Game 4 of the 1945 World Series. Upon leaving, an outraged Cianis declared, "Them Cubs, they ain't going to win no more." And they didn't for another 71 years. But that has nothing to do with this question. This question is, the popular fairy tale Three Billy Goats Gruff is first published in the 1840s. In what country where the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded?
You should know this, Jeff. Is this it? Oh, it is? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know how I did that. All right. See, the Limitless Pill is starting to work a little bit.
We're going to lock in.
Oh, you're going to lock. Jinx. All right. So... do you want to talk or do you want us to talk?
No, we can talk first.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
I kind of just know cold where the Nobel Peace Prize is handed out, and that is in Sweden. I believe in Stockholm.
Oh, darn. That might be right. We said Oslo, Norway.
Yeah, so the little trivia niche here is that all of the Nobels are given out in Stockholm except for the Nobel Peace Prize, which is awarded in Oslo, Norway. So Norway is correct.
Dang it.
See, pulled that one straight out of my ass. And Craig knows the lore. He knew where all the other ones were given out.
Yeah, that tough one. Tough break there, Craig and Lauren. Question number 7 in the category of Da Bears. What fictional park is home to most of Yogi Bear's antics? It's a name that spoofs America's first national park. It can also be built, if you have no idea, by taking the first half of Jason DeBradley Ford's stage name and the last name of an actress who turned down a 1994 role in which her name was the same as the character's name. That role went to Halle Berry instead.
Okay.
We can lock in.
All right, sure. Jeff knows it. He must be a big Yogi Bear fan.
We kind of are as well. We watched this as kids, respectively, in our own households, and I know that this is Jellystone Park.
Yeah, we said Jelly Roll Sharon Stone Park.
Jelly Roll Sharon Stone is the complete legal name on the birth certificate of Jellystone Park. But I was desperately trying to find a way to write a question because I think the fact that Sharon Stone was supposed to be Sharon Stone in the Flintstones,
yeah, isn't it great?
Turned that down, and then Halle Berry ended up playing the role of Sharon Stone is just a great trivia fodder.
That is really great. Yeah.
All right, question number 8 in the category of Wrigley Field. The Wrigley Chewing Gum Company first began production in 1891, and by 1893 was selling in just 2 primary flavors, with each ultimately becoming its own brand. I'm going to say 5 points for each of the 2 flagship brands that were really the first brands Wrigley sold.
So I think we're going to go with those. We're going to go with Double Mint and Big Red.
Well, I know Lauren was laughing, but I'm hoping Lauren is right because we had the exact same conversations. We went Double Mint and Big Red, so hopefully we're both right.
Yeah, so I'm looking right here at years that each of the brands were released by Wrigley. The third was Double Mint, but not until 1914. So that is the debut, right on the eve of World War I there. And Big Red is a little bit later. 1975 is the debut of cinnamon-flavored Big Red gum. So for the first 30 years or so of their existence, Wrigley produced Juicy Fruit and Spearmint, both in 1893. Juicy Fruit and Spearmint.
Neal had Juicy Fruit and what was it, Wintergreen?
I put Wintergreen and Juicy Fruit, yeah. I meant Spearmint, but I thought it was called Wintergreen for that company, but yeah.
They did Winter Fresh in 1994, which overlaps there a little bit too.
That's probably what I'm thinking of, Winter Fresh, yeah. Well, at least we were both wrong and we could share in it together.
There's a gum, you can't get it here in the U.S., but you can get it in Canada. I think it's called Alpine. And it's like
tastes like real tree.
No, it's like spearmint, but it also has menthol and eucalyptus in it. It's like meant for colds. It'll clear your sinuses right up. It's great.
All right, penultimate question here in the second round, and I feel like I've been pronouncing things too correctly. So we're to the time of the game when I'm gonna screw that up now. But this is question number 9 in the category of the United Center. United Airlines operates 8 hubs, 7 of them within the continental United States. The 8th is Antonio B. Juan Pat, located in the municipalities of Tamuning and Barrigada, 3 miles east of the capital, Hagatna. It's also the primary cargo hub for Asia Pacific Airlines. Where would you find this airport?
And I'm guessing you want the country?
I need to provide one slight sliver of clarification. Craig just asked me if I'm looking for the country, and I need to answer that by saying yes, and I don't know if that steers you at all or not.
We're going to lock in with a interesting guess.
We are kind of having a little discussion right now. If we're looking for, based on the additional information, if we're looking for a U.S. territory. And because that's kind of where I've been leaning. The few that I've been like bouncing between and just trying to figure out which one would be like located centrally enough to be like the main cargo hub for the Asia Pacific Airlines. Do you like this answer better?
I mean, it's the one I put down.
Okay. So like the 2 answers I had written down were either American Samoa or Guam. And Lauren liked Guam better, so we're going to lock in with Guam.
I feel like we should all be on the same trivia team, the pub trivia team, because initially Jeff wrote down Philippines, I wrote down Guam, American Samoa, and we said it'd be really fun to go with Guam, so we also said Guam.
Yeah, when Craig asked about the country, I didn't want to say, well, what I'm really looking for is the organized unincorporated territory of the United States here. And I was also debating what I was going to do if somebody went with United States as a technicality for the answer here. But it is Guam. That is where you would find that airport.
Oh, yay for everyone.
Yeah, good job. It's where Matilda's parents were going. That's what brought it to mind.
Yep, yeah, there you go.
What, now, just out of curiosity, since I will be hosting trivia games going forward, when someone asks, are we looking for the country, how would I answer that question?
Like you could potentially even put in the question which U.S. territory is, like,
because that gives it away.
I was afraid that would be too revealing a little bit.
That's fair.
I mean, you didn't, let's see, you didn't even say country. So, I mean, you kind of gave the clue away in where would you find this airport? So your clue's right there.
I was trying to write where would you find this airport and hope that someone didn't ask the very astute question that Craig did. But I found myself between a rock and a Guam place and had to go with it. So.
Now, what are your feelings on unorganized, unincorporated territories?
There's too many to list. Hear ye, hear ye. All right.
Corey loves the Johnson Atoll. So. Isn't that one of them?
Right.
Something like that? I can't remember them all.
All right, question number 10. In the category of ivy on the walls, with approximately 15,000, which Ivy League university has the largest undergraduate population amongst the Ivies? By comparison, it has over 50% more undergrads than Penn, which is second. Famous alumni include Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Toni Morrison, and Bill Nye the Science Guy.
All right, we were between two, and we locked in.
Yeah, we were debating between two as well. We wrote down all the Ivy schools we could list, and it basically just been kind of checking off from there based on if we didn't think their class sizes or their undergrad sizes were big enough, which left us between a choice between Princeton and Harvard as the two answers we were bouncing between, because Princeton, for whatever reason, rings a bell with Bill Nye the Science Guy for me, but we like Harvard better because we think it's more popular. So I think my gut instinct's going to win out, and we're going to go with Princeton.
You know what? We didn't even list Princeton. That's a great guess there. We wrote down all of them too. We were kind of between Columbia and Harvard. And Jeff, I'll let you take it.
Well, we guess maybe Columbia just because, I don't know, it would be easy to hide a lot of students in a population size that big. So maybe it's bigger than we think.
Yeah, the statistics here were sort of stark and kind of forced me to write this question in. I saw that Penn has about 10,000 undergrads and no one else is over that number except this school that has 15,000 plus. It's located in Ithaca, New York.
Cornell.
This is Cornell.
Oh.
Cornell.
I wrote Cornell, but I thought Cornell was really tiny. Maybe I'm thinking of Ithaca, the actual college Ithaca, which is small, I think.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, the in order of undergrads from biggest to smallest, we have Cornell, Penn, and then Brown, and then Harvard, and then Columbia, and then Yale, and then Princeton, and then Dartmouth.
Wow, I was way wrong. Okay.
Yeah,
you didn't say Dartmouth though, so it could have been worse.
I wasn't sure Dartmouth was technically an Ivy League. I was like, it's on the cusp, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were way off too. After the full second round is finished, we picked up an extra 30 points. We're at 205 at Hot for Teacher. Talk Nerdy to me picking up 20 points, and they're at 150. Before we get to the final round categories, just want to remind everyone, if you'd like to join us on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/Triviality Podcast and join Craig, Lauren, and Corey over there to help support the show. All right, Corey, what are the final round categories?
Great. We have sort of a Jeopardy Hall of Fame grab bag here of categories. So question number 1 is in the field of technology. Question number 2 is in the field of television. Question number 3 is world languages. Question number 4 is in the category of the human body. And question number 5 is astronomy.
All right, we are locked in with our wagers. Let's go to Corey for the questions.
All right. In the final round, the category is technology. And the question, in 1755, Scottish professor William Cullen designed a small machine that used a pump to create a partial vacuum over a container of methyl ether, which then boiled, absorbing heat from the surrounding air. Though it would be another 100 years until James Harrison, another Scotsman, obtained a patent for a vapor compression system. These are some of the earliest iterations of what common household item? Question number 2, in the category of television. In 1990, the Simpsons television studio released The Simpsons Sing the Blues, a pop rock album that peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 200. The first single from that album was voiced by Nancy Cartwright with backing vocals from Michael Jackson. What was the name of that single? Question number 3 in the category of world languages. The rock and roll movement in France is attributed primarily to two groups, Les Chats Sauvages, the Wild Cats, and Les Chaussettes Noires, whose popularity peaked in the early 1960s before declining after vocalist Eddie Mitchell's military enlistment. What would Les Chaussettes Noires translate into English as? Number 4, the human body. Of the 5 basic tastes, which is generally believed to have the highest taste recognition threshold, being detectable at around 1 part in 200 in solution. And question number 5, in the category of astronomy. The term dog days of summer traces to ancient Greece, when stargazers correlated the hottest days of the year to the close proximity and similar trajectory in the sky of what dog star in relation to the sun?
We have all the questions. We're going to figure out the answers, and we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Disney. What does it take to build a world people never want to leave? In Disney World Builders, Academy Award and Emmy-nominated filmmaker Leslie Iwerks takes audiences inside the creative journeys of some of Disney's most influential storytellers, featuring exclusive interviews with James Cameron, Jon Favreau, Kevin Feige, and more. This new documentary reveals the imagination, innovation, and storytelling that continue to inspire generations and shape entertainment. Coming to Disney Plus on August 20th.
All the answers are now in. Let's see how many we got right and how the score is going to end for today's game. So let's go back to Corey.
All right, great. 5 final questions for today in the final round. Number 1 in the category of technology. In 1755, Scottish professor William Cullen designed a small machine that used a pump to create a partial vacuum over a container of diesel ether, which then boiled, absorbing heat from the surrounding air. This was one of the earliest iterations of what common household item? What do we have?
So we wagered 30 points on all these. I believe that this would be part of the process for an air conditioner.
We wagered 20 points on this, and the process of like pulling heat from the surrounding environment reminded me a lot of refrigerator technology, and so we locked in with refrigerator.
And this is the earliest patents for the refrigerator. That's what we got there. I would suspect some of the technology is crossover on those. What I was looking at is a list of patents of the refrigerator specifically.
Yeah.
So
no, you're
that's what
good.
I have there, but
yeah, I mean, it is basically the same. They're both like heat pumps that reject heat to a different location, but
right.
But your question was clear. I was wrong. So.
Number 2, television. In 1990, The Simpsons studio released The Simpsons Sing the Blues, a pop rock album that peaked at number 3. The first single from that album was voiced by Nancy Cartwright with backing vocals from Michael Jackson, and it was called what?
Yeah, we had no idea. This is like a Matt question. So we just said he sang, or it would be Bart, I'm assuming, saying Tequila.
That'd be really funny where the Jackson backing vocals are.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I might have gotten the wrong Simpsons voice actor because the only song that I really remembered from The Simpsons, especially that was popular around that time that Michael Jackson I thought was a part of, was the Happy Birthday Lisa song. And so that's what we put. And we wagered 15 points.
15, okay.
So Michael Jackson was connected to The Simpsons. He's a fan of it. He had his friend actually write this song. This song became probably the biggest hit from that album, and people were doing it all the time. It shows Bart kind of doing graffiti as he's doing it, and it's sort of the anthem for his alter ego. It's called Do the Bartman. Do the Bartman.
Oh.
Question number 3 in the category of world languages. The rock and roll movement in France is attributed primarily to 2 groups, Les Chats Sauvages and Les Chaussettes Noires. I wanted you to get your chapeau, your French-speaking hat on, and tell me what Les Chaussettes Noires translates into English as.
Yep, chaussette, socks. So we said the black socks.
And fun fact, Lauren works for a French middle school. And
Ooh.
So we knew pretty easily that this was the black socks.
Yeah, I think for all of our listening audience, they're either going to really like that question or really hate that question. And that's not usually the mark of a good question. But some people would get it, and you guys both did. So nice. Question 4 in the category of the human body. Of the 5 basic tastes, which is generally believed to have the highest taste recognition threshold, being detectable at around 1 part in 200? That essentially means that you need the most of it in order to identify it.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We know that there's like a lot of, I don't know, mystery around umami. And I think that's the hardest one to taste. So we said umami.
I think we accidentally flipped the question thinking about how, like, what's the taste that you need the least of in order to, like, be able to detect it, not the one that you need the most of. And so we thought that this, what you were shooting for was bitter. And we wagered 20 points on this.
I feel bad because that is a correct answer. On the flip side of things, bitterness needs about 1 part in 2 million in solution to be identifiable. So it is the easiest to detect for the human body. And on the other side of the spectrum, sweetness becomes the hardest to detect.
Wow.
And finally, in the category of astronomy, the term dog days of summer traces to ancient Greece when stargazers correlated the hottest days of the year to the close proximity and similar trajectory in the sky of what dog star in relation to the sun. I didn't include this in the original clue, but in case it steers you here, it is also the brightest star in the sky.
Yeah, we said Sirius for 30 points.
Harry's godfather is here with us. It is Sirius.
How much did you wager?
Oh, and we wagered 20 points.
And Sirius is absolutely the right answer. Both teams ending on a high note. And then while you're doing those calculations, I'm hoping that some of you, especially if you're playing inside baseball with me, worked your way to some of these answers, which we have refrigerator, we have Bartman, we have the Black Sox, we have Sweetness, and we have Sirius, which is the song that the Chicago Bulls famously came into by the Alan Parsons Project as well. So a few more drops right there.
All the scores are in, and it came down to the final round, which often it does. And looks like Hot for Teacher is going to lose 30 points, bring our total to 175, and Talk Nerdy to Me is going to gain 30 points with a score of 180, making them today's cream of the crop.
Oh, yes. I am the cream of the crop.
Woo! Great game. Great final round, too. I think it all came down to the refrigerator, I think.
Well, now I feel like a schmuck about that because I'm like, it is. I think there's a lot of technology crossover, I'm sure.
No, Jeff said, I mean, it was very clear. Jeff just took umbrage. He wanted it to be AC, but it's the refrigerator. But no, that was awesome. What a great game. Craig and Lauren, awesome to play with you. Awesome to have you here with us over the internet in the studio. Any shout outs or anything you'd like to say? We really appreciate having you both on today.
Thank you so much, Corey, by the way, for hosting this game. This was amazing. Shout out to just everybody looking for a hug. Here is a virtual hug for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the virtual hug. We virtual hug you back. And Lauren, it was so great having you on the show, and your headphones will live in infamy here.
Thanks.
Hey, Corey, always amazing to have you on the show. Thank you so much for hosting. The theme was awesome. All the questions were really well written, as per usual. Any shout outs from you?
No, I just want to shout out, everyone who's having a good time in life, because I'm feeling in a good mood. I love being on here with you guys. It's a great time. I will give just a quick shout out to everyone who's listening to these podcasts while on a long, long run. I've recently just signed up for my first full marathon, and I'm scared as hell to take that on. But
that's awesome.
Here we go. Triviality has gotten me through some of those miles. So
that's awesome. You're going to be great. You're going to do awesome, and we're happy to support you. We'd love to support our network, Airwave Media. You can check them out at airwavemedia.com. My other podcast is on there, Curated by Chance, with Lauren Tagliaferro. If you want to check that one out, you can also check out Box of Oddities, which are our friends over there, and the Queen's podcast. So check those out, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Anything from you, Jeff, before we retire?
No, I think today was a lot of fun.
It was a really good game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Came down to the end, so I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted, but I'm happy. I'm primed. I'm like jacked up, ready to go. Ken and Matt couldn't make it today. Thank you to them. Thank you to Craig, Lauren, and Corey for joining us. For Jeff, my name is Neal, and that was Triviality. We will see you next time.